Los Angeles District Attorney George Gascon recommending the Menendez brothers be resentenced after more than 30 years in prison for the murder of their parents. For more on this, let's bring in attorney Lexie Rigden. Lexie, welcome.
Thank you.
So what's your analysis of George Gascon's move there?
I think that a lot of people are kind of outraged by this, but it's important to remember what it's not. It's not a pardon. It's not a request that they be granted time served and just simply released. What he's asking is that they become eligible for parole and that their sentences change so they're eligible for parole. So that would not necessarily mean that they would get out right away. What it would mean is that the parole board would ultimately make a determination about whether they could be released. And then if you really want to go far afield, you could, the next stop after that would be the governor, Gavin Newsom, could always intervene. But who knows what's going to happen there. But I think I have no issue with this recommendation. I know people are saying that it's very political. He's in the middle of a contested race for his position. That may well be true, but I don't think that given the totality of the circumstances, that means that it's necessarily unfair.
One legal analyst says Eric and Lyle did not have to murder their parents. Let's play him, and I'll get you to react to it.
How can you justify the alleged allegations that the Menendez boys are making to justify buying shotguns? They were panicked for their lives, and they didn't have any escape route. 18 and 21 years old. They could have gone to the police. They could have gone to seek help. They got nothing.
What's your assessment of that?
I mean, I agree that there was no justification for murder. However, I do believe that had this case happened in the context of now, the alleged abuse and also their age, as what they really were youthful offenders, essentially. One was 18, one was 21. I think that would have been taken into account then. And, we're moving forward as a society. So I don't think that means that it shouldn't be taken into account now, because as you will recall, there were 3 trials in this case. There were 2 trials of the brothers separately, and the abuse was a big factor in both of those trials, and it resulted in a mistrial in both of them. It was when they were tried together and the abuse testimony was severely limited that they were convicted. And so these are not new allegations. They're decades-old allegations. And now we have even new evidence that supports what they were saying so many years ago. So while I can understand the outrage because they did murder their parents and they shouldn't have, I think making them eligible for parole, given that they have been model prisoners in light of everything else, is not an unfair result.
This was such a high-profile case back in the day. Lexie, I wish we had more time. You're always fascinating. Thank you very much for doing this today.
Thank you, Mike.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.